Hey there, this is Super Dave, and I'm gonna play a video. Actually, it's actually an audio, but I'm putting this on the video because I'm doing this intro right now. Right after this intro, there'll be an audio from Les Brown. This audio, I heard it back in 1993 or 94, and I tell you, I played it every single day in my car. I still play it. In fact, I was just playing it just now before doing this recording because I wanted you to understand. This is where I'm coming from. People always wonder, like, Dave, why are you having so much success? How are you able to change people's lives? It's because of the stuff you put in your head. So before this audio, right above should be a quick audio we just did for a team in 2012. And this audio, this recording I'm doing right now is in 2012, but right after this video that I'm playing to you will be an audio from 1994. Okay? So I want you to listen to it. Listen to the energy. Listen to it's not over until I win. And see if you're not fired up after listening to this. And my encouragement is for you to listen to the audio right above every day for 2013, or pretty much for the next year, because I don't know when you're going to be watching this actual video. And also, if you want real inspiration, real motivation, listen to this audio as well, because I believe it can change your life the way it's changed my life. Les Brown, I just want to say thanks for everything that you've done in the industry. You don't know the lives, the millions of lives you've changed, because maybe you changed one person's life, but that person became a leader in another business. Okay. Oh, one more thing. The audio you're going to listen to is from the Amway business when I was in there. Okay, so I was in the Amway business for 3 years. I made no money, but the education. I went to the events, I read the books, listened to the audios, and that's the business that really molded me. So even though I had no success in that business, it molded me and allowed me to go have success in multiple other businesses. All right, so with that, enjoy this audio, and we'll see you at the top. Take care. Oh, and if you're not my friend, connect with me on Facebook as well. Ciao. Bye.
What I want you to do right now, I want you to think about some major goal you would like to achieve. Think about some major goal. How many of you would like to become diamond? Raise your hands. Very good. Well, here's what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to repeat after me certain things that I'm going to say to you. Now, I want you to begin to say this and begin to look at this. There are goals that we can have in life that right off from the beginning we can't say that we can do those things. But something we can always say, ladies and gentlemen, that will allow us to be honest with ourselves, that will allow us to maintain a sense of integrity with ourselves, that we're not pumping ourselves up, that we're being honest, and we know it's true. I want everybody to repeat it after me, please. Just say together, it's possible. Yes, whatever that goal is you have. I want you to know, I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be to your family members or your friends, or even to you. When you look at the Dick Hoppers, when you look at the Dexter Yeagers, when you look at the various people that come up on this stage, I want you to know that many times within ourselves that we will have a sense of intimidation. That many times we will doubt ourselves. It was over 5 years ago that I had the opportunity to speak for Dexter Yeager's organization. I've been speaking for motivational audiences and doing professional speaking for 6 years. Starting out, ladies and gentlemen, no one could convince me, starting out, that 6 years later, that I would have a book that is available through your network entitled Live Your Dreams. No one could convince me when I came here 5 years ago. I could not have said to you that when you see me 5 years from now, at your next convention, wherever that might be, that I would have, by going after my dream, using the principles that Dexter talks about and the diamonds that you work with talked about, looking at and embracing the whole concept that no guts, no glory, that no one could have convinced me, ladies and gentlemen, that I would have 5 specials on public television. No one could have convinced me that in 5 years, since the last time I spoke for your organization, that I would have been able to build a multi-million-dollar corporation. See, ladies and gentlemen, there's something about that word, it's possible, and having some examples of success. See, in April 1954, the belief was on the planet that a human being could not run a mile less than 4 minutes. And then along came Roger Bannister. and he broke the 4-minute barrier. Now here's what's phenomenal about that. Up to that point, it had never been done in the history of the world. And that same month, after he did it, several other athletes did it. And from that day to this day, over 20,000 people have done it, including high school students. What changed? Gravity? The type of sneakers that they wear? No, the only thing that changed was that those people knew it's possible. That if Roger can do it, I can do it. I was looking at Zig Ziglar giving speeches for years. I was sitting out an audience just like you. For 14 years I used to watch and go and see the various speakers that I admired and loved, and the Earl Nightingales and the Dr. Dennis Waitleys. And I just for 9 years didn't pursue it. And then finally one day I said, it's possible that if he can do it, I can do it. What inspired me? I saw two little guys, Greg and John Rice. Those little people. I said, wait, if y'all can do this, Lord, I know I can do this. I've got to. I got to have a shot. See, if anyone has become diamond, then it's possible that you can become diamond. See, a lot of people convince themselves they can't do anything. But see, when you get knocked down, and you're going to get knocked down, when you run into some roadblocks, and you're going to run into them, when you have some setbacks, you can always be able to bring yourself back in, knowing if someone has done it, it's possible that I can do it. Now here's the next step. Let's say together, it's necessary. See, it's not only possible for you to live your dream, but it's necessary, ladies and gentlemen, that you have a plan of action, that you write your goals down, that you focus on your goals, that you work on your goals day in and day out. It's necessary in network marketing that you become creative. A friend of mine was walking down the street in New York City, and as he's walking down the street, different people started soliciting him for his business. Hey, mister, can I shine your shoes? He said, no, I'm busy. I'm in a hurry. I don't have time. Somebody would say, hey, mister, man, your shoes look clumsy. May I shine your shoes? No, I don't have time. I'm busy. Somebody would say, hey, man, your shoes look bad. Can I shine? I said, no, I don't have time. Finally, he's walking. He's approaching a young man, and the man said, 97, 98, 99, 100. He said, excuse me, sir. He said, today is my birthday, and every year, just to thank God for a new year of life, the 100th person who passes my shoe shine stand, I offer that person a shoe shine. Would you give me the honor, please? He said, why, sure. He got up on his shoe shine stand. The young man shined his shoes diligently. Then after he got off, he said, thank you. And he's walking away, and he stopped for a moment. He said, by the way, how much do you charge for a shoe shine? He said, only $5, sir. He said, $5? He said, yes. He said, look here, today's your birthday. He said, here's 10. Keep the change. As he started walking away, the young man said, looking in the opposite direction, 97, 98, 99, 100. That if you're going to make it in business today, that you've got to be creative. Somebody said insanity is doing the same thing in the same way, expecting a different outcome. You have a great idea, you have a great system, you have a great product, you have a great business. If it's not working, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. All it means is that your approach isn't working. And so now you've got to become more creative. Now you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now you need some more coaching. Now you need some more direction of what you need to do, to take some corrective action to get you on the path. How do you know it can happen? You know because others have done it, so it's possible that you can do it. And what is necessary is, it's necessary that you work the system. It's necessary that you take the coaching, take the directions, look at the people that are doing it, that are successful, and emulate them. And it'll work. It's necessary, ladies and gentlemen, when you're working on your dream, that you learn how to handle rejection, that you become empowered by it, that don't let it stop you. Most people, when they hear no or they're rejected, it takes their power away. And they become discouraged. They lose their spirit. They lose their energy. They stop. No. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long journey from an abandoned building in the hot linoleum floor in Liberty City, where my twin brother and I were born. My adopted mother, if she were here this evening, she will tell you that it was not an easy life. It was necessary that we go through some hard times. And to get here, it's a long journey. It was necessary to face a lot of rejection, A lot of no's. I don't have any college training. I don't have any credentials. I've spoken for AT&T, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's Corporation, General Electric, IBM. I've never worked for a major corporation. Please understand, it was necessary that I face a lot of rejection, a lot of laughter, a lot of no's in order to get here, in order to get there, to enjoy the level of success, to build a multi-million-dollar corporation. It was necessary that I face that. And I'm saying to you, when you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character-building day. Never claim a bad day, a character-building day. What did you learn? What did you get out of that day? It's necessary, ladies and gentlemen, that you look at the people in your life. Who do you have yourself surrounded with? It's necessary that you surround yourself with people that see it like you see it, that are dreamers. It's necessary that you associate with people that want more out of life, people that have a sense of mission and have some passion about life. It's necessary, ladies and gentlemen, that you get the energy drainers out of your life, the dream busters. Get them out of your life. They will deplete your energy. It's necessary that as you look at your dream, that you build a strong support base, that you learn how to give of yourself and give support, because what you give is what you get. I had a high school teacher that said, love and happiness are perfumes you can't sprinkle on others without getting a few drops on yourself. So it's necessary that you give yourself a very strong support base. And don't try and convince people to come in your business who don't see it. Don't try and sell them on it. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. If you have to sell them on getting the vision, you have to keep on selling them again and again and again. Life is too short and unpredictable trying to sell people on financial independence, trying to sell people on taking charge of their destiny. If they don't have the vision, you can't give it to them. So you've got to keep moving. It's necessary in working on your dreams that not only that you work the plan, that you give yourself an advantage by surrounding yourself with people that see it for you, that you ask yourself, what kind of person must I become in order to produce those results? What training will I need? What information? What kind of attitude must I have in order to accomplish that, in order to become a diamond? What is it about me? What are my weak points? You got to assess yourself. What are my strengths? What is it that I know? See, in order to say I'm a different person today than I was 5 years ago. When you want to become a diamond, your whole attitude change, your whole mindset, your thinking, your relationships, the decisions that you make, how you spend your time, your energy, all of it changes. See, this is something that you can't be in this business. This business has to be in you. Where people want to be with you, they want to be a part of your team because of the way you carry yourself, because of your energy, because of how you take care of them. This is a customer service-driven economy. You want to find ways to service people. A lady had a news conference and she was summarizing the extra service that her company was providing for their customers. And she said, and I like this, she said, it's not our intention to please our customers or to satisfy our customers. It's our intention to amaze them. You want to make it today in network marketing, you want to find ways to amaze your customers, your internal customers and your external customers. The internal customers are the people on your team, the people that are working with you, that you're supporting with them, working with them to build the business. And what are ways that you can amaze them? The fact that you'll come to some meeting and only might be 2 or 3 people there. That you'll come, you might drive 90 miles to be with them, and they look up and there you are in the back of the room and they didn't even know you were coming. And they're amazed at your devotion, your loyalty, your commitment to them, your commitment to their dream, that when they need you, that you are there as a support for them. And they're amazed by that. Not only is it possible to live your dreams, it's necessary that you take certain kinds of steps, ladies and gentlemen, but it's you. Repeat after me, please. It's not over until I win. I was playing Connect 4 with my son, John Leslie. I beat him about 15 games straight. John Leslie is 9 years old. I said, John Leslie, I got up and I stretched my yawn. I said, Daddy's sleepy now. So So I'm ready to go to sleep. He said, oh, no, Dad. He said, you can't stop now. I said, why not? He said, it's not over until I win. And we played several other games, and finally John Leslie won a game. And then he got up and he yawned. He said, Dad, I'm ready to go to sleep now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we must be. No guts, no glory. You've got to be willing to face rejection and no again and again and again. Defeat again and again and again. And every time life knocks you down, you jump up and say, it's not over until I win. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over until I win diamond. It's not over. Oh, it's not over yet. No. No, it's not over yet. Don't count me out yet. It's you, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. Nobody's going to care more about your dream than you. No one is going to care more about you becoming diamond than you. If the economy is good, that will help. If people have the vision, that will help. If your family members will support you, that will help. If your friends will chime in, that will help. But all of those things are minor things. The major key to your becoming a diamond is you. You. And you just got to resolve every time, and life is going to knock you down. I got one of these things when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Land on your back. So it's possible that you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have a resilient attitude, that you have the guts to pursue the goals that you want. It's you that you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. Next step, ladies and gentlemen, is it's hard. It's hard. Yes, easy is not an option. It's not easy becoming diamond. It's not easy reaching your goal. It's not easy changing your life. It's not easy trying to build a business and people are negative and saying no every day. It's not easy when you try and put a meeting together or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't keep their words. It takes a lot of guts to get up and say, okay, baby, I'm going again, and bill collectors are calling and your phone might be cut off. And creditors are calling day in and day out, and they might repossess your car. And you might lose your job. It takes a lot of guts. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pockets. You're out here talking about living your dream. And people laughing at you. And they're doubting you. It takes guts, ladies and gentlemen, to go through that. People used to laugh at me in Detroit when I was sleeping on the floor of my office in the Penobscot building. And I came in there one day and security gave me a note that said from management, this is an office tower. It's not an apartment complex. It was rough, ladies and gentlemen. It was not easy. When I was laying on the floor looking out of the window, when I was questioning myself, Les, can you do this? I was questioning myself. It wasn't easy being the butt of the jokes every time I went home. My brother was laughing at me, my sister. And my mother said, Leslie, why don't you go back down to see us? They like you down there. I said, Mama, I can't go. That's not me. I got to be my own boss. I ain't gonna never get rich working for somebody else. I got to work for myself. People are going to think you're crazy. And sometimes you're going to think you're crazy. You're going to question yourself. When I went out and said, where's my car? And I called the police department. They said, well, when was the last time you made a car payment? I said, what does that have to do with it? That's called GMAC, sir, and if they don't have it, then call us back. And I called them. I said, hello, this is Les Brown. I'm just calling y'all. I know y'all don't know, but somebody stole the car. No, we do know. We have it. What y'all doing with that car? How did y'all find that car at my cousin's house? It's hard, ladies and gentlemen. When creditors call the house, the children answer the phone, they say, my daddy say he ain't home. It's hard. It's hard keeping your spirit up. I remember before I was engaged to Gladys, I was telling her, she said, you ever been engaged before? I said, yes. She said, what happened? I said, well, 3 years ago I was engaged. The lady broke the engagement off. I said, why? She said, Les Brown, when she found out I was sleeping in my office, she said, you got potential, but you ain't got no money. I want somebody who wants me for me, not for what I got, who loves me for me. So it takes guts to pick yourself up when you experience setbacks and people don't see the vision and no one else believes in you. It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again until you make it happen, because you know that it's possible. Now, what do you do during the hard times, Les? Here's what you must do. Number one is you must have faith. Paul said you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Judge not according to appearances. Don't judge your circumstances and the possibilities for your future based upon what you have now and because of what's going on now. No, 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 no. That's not the real reality there. What you're going through, if you're going through some hard times, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass. It's all right. Now, second thing is, repeat this after me. Something you should affirm to yourself every day. Repeat this, please. No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Say that to yourself every day. As I used to say to myself, when I would get up in the Penobscot building and I had to go into the bathroom and bathe in the bathroom sink, I had written on the mirror that I put up there, just pasted up, and I read, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. So you've got to have faith. You talk to yourself. You say that affirmation. The next step is you must have patience and engage in consistent action. Patience and engage in consistent action. See, everything does not always happen, ladies and gentlemen, when we want it to happen. It doesn't happen quickly. So in that process, they have something in the Far East called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, every day it has to be watered and fertilized. It's a very hard nut, and it takes 5 years of watering and fertilization every day, according to American Geographics, before it breaks through the ground. At any time, if the watering process and the nurturing and the fertilization process is stopped, the Chinese bamboo tree will die in the ground. Now, once it breaks through in that 5th year, then in 6 weeks it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet in 5 years or 6 weeks? The answer is obvious. It takes 5 years. That's how long it took to grow it, to build that foundation, to nurture it, to water it, to build the reputation, to build the credibility, to learn the market, to learn people, to learn yourself, to learn the system, to learn how to do it, to figure it out. That's why you must have patience and engage in consistent action. We live in a world, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. They want it right now. They want to be a Dexter Yeager, but they're not willing to pay the price to do what it takes to get up there where Dick Hopper is, where Bryant or Judy is. They think it was easy. No. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's a system that if you work the system, it works if you work it. But make no mistake about it, it's hard. And you are the determining factor. Here's something else. It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have goals, that you write them down, that you surround yourself with a support team, that you are creative. It's you that you must take personal responsibility to make it happen. George Bernard Shaw said, the people that make it in this world look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it. It's worth it. I suggest to you, if you want to become diamond, write down 5 reasons of why it is worth it for you to become a diamond, to experience that level of achievement. What is it that will give you the drive? What is it that will ignite the courage in you to get up and come back again and again and again? How is it that you would be able, what reasons that can tap in to that deep down feeling that goes to your gut, that no matter how many times you get knocked down, that you're coming back? What is it? Write it down. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You saw that picture up there, the lady, Mrs. Mamie Brown. I'm flying from here tomorrow morning to be with my adopted mother. She's 87 years young, thank God. And I'll be with Mama tomorrow. Every Mother's Day, I don't care where I am. I go home Mother's Day, everybody knows, November 6th, my mother's birthday, I'm home. And I try to go home as often as I can. When I started and left Miami pursuing my dream, because I knew that as long as you work for someone else, they are controlling your destiny. I didn't want anybody signing my paycheck but me. I knew that it was going to be difficult. I knew it was going to be hard. But every time I thought about giving up, and there were times I did, because where I am, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long shot. You think being a diamond is a long shot. This is a miracle. It's a long shot. And I had people laughing at me. Les, you're talking about being a motivational speaker? You have no college training. You were labeled educable mentally retarded. You failed twice in school. They put you back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade, and you failed in the 8th grade. You've never worked for a major corporation, and you are going to become independently wealthy. Right. They laugh. They're going to laugh at you. People are going to laugh at you. But let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. He said the best revenge is massive success. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was driving around with my mother and she saw a house, we were just looking for homes, and we drove an exclusive area of Miami where the coach of the Miami Dolphins, Don Shula, lives in that area called Country Club. My mother saw this house. Oh, what a beautiful home. And we looked at it. She said, oh boy, I would love to have something like that. One day I would feel like Mrs. Rockefeller. I said, you like that, Mom? She said, yeah. I said, oh, we just kept driving. I did not let my mother know at that time that I had it etched in my mind that I was going to do whatever number of meetings, whatever number of contacts, whatever number of calls I had to make, whatever it took to make that become a reality. And the day that I drove to that house and said, Mama, you remember that house you saw? We got out of the car. I said, yes. I said, I really know the people that live there. She said, you do? I said, yeah, let me take you in and show it to you. And then I couldn't contain myself anymore when I got around and helped her get out of the car. And I took her and I said, Mom, I gave her the keys. Over 5,000 square feet. Large size Olympic pool, 12 feet deep, on a golf course, basketball court. I said, Mama, this is for you. And ladies and gentlemen, to see my mother walk around this house, this woman who only has a 3rd grade education, never had any children of her own. And she walked around and she said, oh Lord, oh thank you, Jesus. No one would have ever told me this would happen to me. She said, Leslie, she said, you know, that day when I went in that building and they told me this lady had these boys that she wanted to put up for adoption. And I told them, I said, I'll take them. And she said, ladies, she said, raise your hand and swear to me 2 things. I said, what is it? She said, swear to me you won't separate them. She said, oh no, I swear. I'll keep them together, I swear. I've never had no children. I swear I'll keep them together. She said, swear to me, lady, that you won't ever tell them about me. She said, I'm married and I got pregnant while my husband was at war. She said, swear to me you won't tell. She said, I swear I won't tell. She said, okay, you can have them. She said, when I came out that house, I was looking at y'all. She said, I didn't know how I was going to do it. She said, I was working at the M&M cafeteria. She said, I didn't know how I was going to raise y'all. I just knew somehow the Lord would make a way somehow. And I never thought this would happen to me. And I know, and during those moments when it's hard, not only must you have patience and engage in consistent action, but you must turn to power greater than yourself and just say, Lord, whatever I face today together, you and I can handle it. And I know some way and somehow you'll make a way for me. You'll make a way for me. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many nights I walked the floor and did not know how I was going to make it. And you must feel during those times, he said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. There are times, all the motivation in the world cannot help you, that you're going to have to lean on a power greater than yourself. Repeat out to me, please. If I put God first, I'll never come in second. Yes. And once when you're working with your dream, and you have that kind of spirit about you, repeat after me, please. I'm blessed and highly favored. See, people ask you, say, how you doing? Even if you're having some difficult times, say, I'm blessed and highly favored. Because anytime you wake up and you don't have a white chalk outline around your body, it's a great day. So I say to you, it's possible you can live your dream if it's becoming a diamond, if it's having more, if it's achieving more, if it's being a better father, being a better mother, whatever it is, overcoming addiction, changing our society. It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have a plan of action, that you're resilient, that you stick to, and you work with the system, that you work with people, that you give support, and that you be there for them, that you have the vision and never give it up, that you become creative and relentless and keep on coming back again and again and again. And that it's you that you got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. And that it's hard. Easy is not an option. And when life knocked you down, jump back up and said, it's not over until I win. And when you know it's hard, and you write down those reasons that will energize you, that will inspire you when you want to give up, when you doubt yourself and you pull those reasons out, that will make it worth it for you. And once you find those things that will make it worth it for you, it will create a hunger within you that won't be denied, and then it is done. It's a done deal. It's done. You know people, you've seen people that you can predict early on, that person is going to be a diamond. You know it. How they carry themselves, how they take care of business, how they follow through, how they keep their commitments to their commitment, how they work the system, their energy level, their passion. You know it. The mark is on them. You know it. That one's going to make it. You know it. I went to a friend of mine's house the other day, and we were looking at a son who was watching Billy Graham on television, and everybody said, that young man's going to be a preacher. The mark is on him. We know certain people that mark is on them, and people must see that in you. I remember when a man was telling a story about a guy that was involved in battle, And he went in a buddy plan in the military with a friend of his. And one day, he and his friend got separated. His friend went out on a sweep looking for enemies. And they were ambushed. And when they got back there, this guy was looking through the platoon. He had heard that they'd gotten into battle. And he said, where's Marvin? Where's my friend? Where's my buddy? Marvin. And the head of the platoon said, oh, he's out there. He's probably dead. And this guy, when he got his helmet and got his rifle, he said, I'm going to get him. The guy said, wait, hold on. Look, he's probably dead. He said, I'm going to get him. Anybody going with me? He said, no, look here. You will go there and you'll get killed. He's dead, I'm telling you. And the guy went on anyhow. And the next morning, when they took a sweep out there looking to see what the toll was, how many were dead, how many were wounded, they found this guy. And he was holding his buddy. He found him. And his buddy was dead. And he was mortally wounded. And the captain walked over to him and he said, oh no. He said, you fool, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you he was dead? Look at you, you're dying. He said, was it worth it? In his last dying words, he said, do you know what he said when I found him? He said, I knew you would come. I knew you would come. He said, yes, it was worth it. It was worth it. The others didn't have the guts, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't have the guts to go. This is the kind of organization, this is the kind of legacy the Jaegers have built. The Hoppers, the Bryant and Judys. They have that kind of commitment to you and to your dream and to your aspirations at a time when people are afraid of challenging times. You've got to have people that have that kind of gut under fire, that they'll still stand with you. They'll still be there for you. No guts, no glory. I want to leave this with you. I don't know what you want to do right now, but I hope that over these next few hours, all the speakers, all the training, and all the major investment to make this possible, to assemble you here, to pursue your dreams, I hope that you keep in mind that it's possible for you to become diamond or whatever you want to do, that it's necessary that you follow the system, that you assemble yourself with people who share it for you, that you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen, that you've got to resolve no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it, that it's hard, no, easy, it's not an option, but it's worth it, whatever those 5 reasons are, and once you realize it's worth it, it's done. And I want to leave this with you that I'm known by. It says simply this, that I think that when you think about no guts, no glory, this is the embodiment of it that's on one of my tapes that I love, that says simply this, that if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that your dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gulf, sickness or pain, a body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, you'll get it. This is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying it's been a plumb pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Thank y'all here.